Being involved was about a passion for this place that we love, and that's Samford.
We're taught to love and care for our patients as if they were our own family members.
Samford, you guys look awesome!
Welcome to Samford, everybody. The Christmas tree is up, the lights are on, courtesy of Lighting of the Way, a night Samford's community comes together to celebrate the Christmas story and so much more. More like the meaning of Christmas. Our Hanging of the Green ceremony in Reed Chapel explores symbols like the Advent wreath, the candles and garlands through music and prayer. Also, 15 special students are honored for being Samford community leaders, and they're humbled for being chosen.
For me, being involved was about a passion, and that passion was a passion to serve. Not only just a passion to serve, but as well as a passion for this place that we love, and that's Samford.
And of course, it wouldn't be Christmas on campus without Samford's oldest holiday tradition, Christmas around the world. The grand finale, the singing of Silent Night in 8 different languages. And when all of Reed Chapel hits that final verse of Silent Night, you get chills. You're so filled with the Christmas spirit. Brad Radisi back with you for the Samford Chronicle, or as we're calling it, the Big Year-Ender. As for 2014, it brings an exciting opportunity for our president, Andrew Westmoreland. He's been elected chair of the Board of Trustees for the Southern Association of Colleges and Schools Commission on Colleges. It's the regional body in 11 southern states for the accreditation of degree-granting higher education institutions. This prestigious election not only shows Dr. Westmoreland's stellar reputation, but it also shows Samford's stature amongst peer institutions. His term will last a year. And for another opportunity in 2014, we look to Samford's Cumberland School of Law. Henry Strickland has been named dean of that school starting July 1st. He takes the reins from Judge John Carroll, who will retire after 13 years in the post. Professor Strickland, well, he's no stranger to Cumberland. He's been a faculty member since 1988. So that means he's seen his fair share of commencements. We do one in May and one in December. And to wrap up 2013, we had about 250 graduates make that special walk, and they heard incredible and inspirational advice from Samford trustee and Blue Cross and Blue Shield Chief Administrative Officer Tim Vines. As commencement speaker, he challenges them to be the best that they can be. And when you talk about the best, you have to mention Ida V. Moffitt nurses. Not only do the nurses participate in commencement, but they also take part in a historic pinning ceremony, a time where they state their nursing pledge.
It is a huge relief. It's been about 7 years in the making for me. I changed my major and transferred a few times. So it's been a little bit of a longer road for me, so it's definitely a relief that it's finally here. I didn't think it would ever come, but it's definitely worth it, and I feel like the education was worth it and that, you know, I will be a great nurse.
I love the Ida B. Moffitt School of Nursing. I believe it's one of the best programs in the country. We get a very different experience than most nursing programs. We are a very spiritually based program, culturally sensitive, and we are taught to love our patients, no matter where they are, no matter what station in life they're in. We're taught to love and care for our patients as if they were our own family members.
And 2 of those nurses, Diana Kathleen Hudson and Jamie Lee Richter, will take their nursing talents to the United States Air Force. They were commissioned as second lieutenants for their work in the ROTC. And for Cadet Richter, she was awarded Distinguished Graduate Honors, an honor given to only the top 10% of graduating cadets from around the country. And you might say serving your country is a calling, much like a calling into ministry. The Beeson School of Divinity held its graduation ceremonies. Commencement speaker Dr. Brad Creed had a message for graduates, saying, when you are sent, you really start to go places. And let me read one more thing Dr. Creed said. The success of a mission is not in large numbers, but the willingness of those who have freely received to freely give. That perfectly sums up the kind of community you find right here at Samford. And the example starts at the top with Dr. Andrew Westmoreland. He is the March of Dimes 2013 Citizen of the Year, an honor recognizing his devoted service to the community. He's been actively involved with the March of Dimes and not only accepts the award for himself, but for Samford as well.
This is a place that is known for community engagement. It is known for service. Those qualities are so wired into this place that I think it would be impossible to separate them even if you tried.
And that community service stretches to Habitat for Humanity. For this time of year, it means home for the holidays. Samford continuing its 11-year partnership with Habitat, Birmingham's ABC affiliate, and others.
Everyone came out, they had so much energy, and everyone was so helpful. And Samford, you guys look awesome when you came out.
It's not a default college experience. It's not something that's in your typical experience, but it's something that I've found really adds to my experience. It's something extra that we can do that we not only love, but also that is rewarding for us and for the family.
I'm going to have family and friends over for Christmas, so my first house, my first Christmas breakfast, Christmas dinner, it's going to be nice.
And sometimes you have to take that Samford sense of community out of the country, like to Uganda. And that's just what 2008 Samford graduate Alicia Dameron Serienge has done with the Terra Nova Academy. She and her husband were on campus telling us why they began this school in Uganda with high hopes of helping that country's youth.
I saw a class of about 50 4- and 5-year-olds brought outside and beaten with a stick. And in that moment, somebody held my arm back and said, "Don't interfere." And it was that moment that I kind of felt God saying, "You're going to go back to Uganda and you are going to do more than interfere."
And you know, Alicia was one of many guests we had here on campus the past few weeks. We also had a very moving presentation by former Stryker Corporation CEO John Brown. He interestingly related his own personal life experiences into a presentation called Lessons Learned. Brown spent 27 years at the helm of Stryker, turning it into a medical device powerhouse, using much of his lessons learned.
Pick the field that you want to become involved with, and pick it because you like it, pick it because it's a good field. But don't just set out with trying to make a lot of money, but the idea is to get involved in something that you enjoy doing that provides a benefit to mankind.
Also on campus, former national championship winning debater David Peterson. He was back sharing his life experiences dating back from his days at Samford to now being an extremely successful businessman. He had these encouraging words for students.
I think the thing for me is that I was never burdened by being outcome derivative. I took things as I found them. I never assumed that I knew all the details I would need to make a perfect decision, and that in itself will relieve some of the pressure and tension of trying to get it right.
And I want to give a sincere thanks to all of our 2013 speakers. All right, since we started with the Christmas spirit, I figured we'd end with it too. And I'm talking about some of that Christmas spirit shared by the ladies of the Legacy League. They held their annual Christmas home tour. 5 homes were decorated amazingly. These are shots from the Westmoreland's house, which was decorated so beautifully, including a nice snowman with Andy on it. The money raised goes directly to scholarships for well-deserving Samford students. And before we go, I want to show you another amazing deal. It's with Dr. Lowell Vann in his annual Christmas Chalk Talk. He takes a blank canvas and transforms it into a spiritual sensation. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from everyone here at Samford University.